Hey, Student Life Team, Pastor Chris. Thank you again for a great Wednesday night. We had a lot of students here, and I think it was a great launch into our Wednesday nights for the fall. As we get ready for Sunday morning, when you come in the room, you'll notice a little bit of a change to how I've set up some chairs. Going to experiment with some things to see if it will help us transition into group time a little bit better, as well as make our assembly time better as well. I've also going to make the first-time guest greeting area up front near the TV and the banners. The table that I use to open up, where I kind of set all my stuff, I'm going to kind of make that the first-time guest area, because I want to try and personally meet the new guests and their families. So if you see a new family walk in the entry area and I haven't spotted them yet, if you just walk them up to the front of the room and meet me at that table, we'll get them a guest bag, we'll have them fill out a yellow card, and we're going to really try and have a more hands-on experience with each of the new guest families that comes in, and make it a more comfortable and enjoyable time for them as we show them around. This Sunday's lesson, we're going to be in the book of Genesis still. We're looking at the story of Noah and the ark. So we kind of skipped over the Cain and Abel story, as well as the genealogies and Seth and the Nephilim and a lot of the very interesting stories in those two chapters. So feel free if you want to take some time to glance over those. But we're really, as we get into the story of Noah, there's two big highlights from the lesson. First of all, it really highlights God's mercy. The lesson says something really cool, makes a great point. It says that God is holy, therefore he must judge sin, but he always gives the opportunity to be saved before judgment. And we see that throughout the scripture, that even though God's judgment, even severe judgment is coming, God always gives the opportunity to be saved from that judgment. The second thing, the really big question that is posed by the lesson is this, and it's a huge theological question that has a lot of implications for how students think about God and humanity and sin. But it says, what's more, I can't remember the exact word it used, what's more severe, more shocking, more hard to handle, the severity of God's judgment or the depth of human sin? And it really forces students to ask the question, because it's so often skeptics of the Bible and people who don't believe in God like to point out, see how harsh God is, see how mean he is, see how quick he is to judge everyone and just wipe everybody out. Why would you want to believe in such a God? But first of all, like we just said before, God always offers the opportunity to be saved before the judgment. But the second thing is to really dive in and see that what's even worse than, more severe than God's judgment, is the depth of human sinfulness, how bad human sin is before a holy God, and how bad our sin is towards one another, and really helping them see that sin in all of its depth and depravity deserves such severe judgment from a holy God, who still offers the opportunity for us to be saved because he wants us to. And so it's really a deep look into those topics. So I encourage you to go in deep on those. Some side tracks you could go on that, of course, the Noah's Ark always brings up is when it comes to science and how many animals fit on the ark and how they fit dinosaurs on the ark. I'll have some of the creation magazine set out with some of those pages marked. If your students are interested in looking at those, you can show those to them. Feel free to pull up some YouTube videos that show them the Ark Encounter that's in Williamsburg, Kentucky. I'm going to show a video of that to a different group, the adult group that I'm leading. But it's really fascinating to see and get into those questions as well, because the Bible, modern science and modern research and archaeology and all this stuff plays into how all those things would have fit on the ark. So it's a great discussion, a lot of fun you could have this week, and some deep conversation with your students. I hope it'll be a great time. But thanks for all that you do. Looking forward to this Sunday, praying for you, and just encourage you to continue to study the lesson, pray, and be prepared as you come ready to teach and disciple these students. Thanks for all you do, and we'll see you Sunday morning.